Good evening, gentlemen. We're back with another recap. Um, in the never-ending search for creative ways to present these, I have lucked my way into a couple of lemon heads. So we're gonna do a recap. Sucking on a lemon head. Two of them. So please hold. I don't know what this is gonna be like, but I got big cheeks. So we're in the new apartment, okay? This is the spot, gentlemen. I don't have the prop. This is gonna be a lot harder than I thought it was gonna be. Don't have a real chair yet. Still figuring things out, but the desk is done. I know everybody was worried about the desk from last week. It's done. It's set up. It's not even that they're sour. It's just like my mouth is making so much saliva. I gotta keep swallowing. This is way harder than I thought it was gonna be. I thought it was just gonna look funny. No. Way off. Mets just walked the bases loaded with no outs. We're in the spot. New apartment. This was a terrible idea. Let's do it. Tough week. Game of the week. Tough for your boy. Getting the first loss of the season. Connor working hard. Working hard out here to make that happen. As John pointed out this morning in our own group chat, Connor's doing this without any closers. Don't know how he's doing that, but he won the game by 60 points flat. Big win for Connor. Put my boys into the spotlight. They did not know how to respond. That's on me as a coach. Got to get in there, give them a speech, because guess what? They're going right back in to the game of the week, and we'll get to that. But they're right back in it, so they got to learn how to handle the spotlight. Because right now, clearly, they cannot. It's starting to hurt my cheeks to being like pushed out like that. Connor gets the W. I get my first loss of the season, 6-1. Connor moves to 5-2, right on the heels in our division. He's not far behind. This was such a bad idea. Eddie gets the win. Eddie's on a nice little streak here. What are we looking at? Standings. Let's go, Eddie. He is on what's Eddie? Yeah, 3-game winning streak. One in his wedding night. One last week. One this week. Doing great. Eddie moves to 4-3. Alec kept it close. About a 10-point loss, 10.5 points. Alec falls to 1-6. Really tough look for Alec early in the season. I'm never doing this again. There's so much saliva in my mouth. Cameron also got the win, moving to 6-1, taking down. Jesus Christ, taking down Griffin, 316.5 to 295. This is so difficult. I committed though. I can't go back now. Cameron getting the win, and spoiler alert. Cameron's the other team in the game of the week this week. God, this was such a bad idea. I wouldn't mind it if I was just sitting around. Trying to talk through this is like difficult work right now. Cameron gets the win. moves to 6-1. Griff falls. I already lost Griff's fucking. I closed it. Griff get 4-3. Griff's, he's still positive. He's doing good things. Top 3 in the division. As we talked about last week, there's quite a gap. Unemployment kind of narrowing that gap. That gap's getting a little bit smaller. Hardworking taxpayers, it's bigger than ever. Speaking of the gap, Brochard helping close that gap. Moving to 3-1. He's on a little heater himself. Jesus Christ. There's so much saliva in my mouth. 2 weeks in a row for Brochard, which when you only have 3 wins, it's a big deal. Taking down Skyler, 287 to 221. Again, Cameron talked a lot of shit for Skyler. Really starting to backfire on him. Also, talked a lot of shit for Owen. Owen, bottom of the league so far, in record, in points scored. He's playing pretty okay defense. He's middle of the league in defense. But he's on a 4-game losing streak. And the only reason it's 4, not 6, is because of a tie, which is kind of crazy. But Owen falls here, 318 to 220. Jesus Christ. John moves to 5-2. Again, unheard of things for John. John's never been here before. Now, need to address something as the commissioner. A lot of questions in this league about the integrity. Ooh, put them both in one cheek. Let's see how this goes. Not working. A lot of talk about integrity, specifically around the chugs. And we have a couple people that are usually really on top of it. One of them being Chumba. And I said this last week, ahead of the matchup. I said, Chumba owed a chug, but Chumba has some integrity. Chumba will keep honoring the sacred tradition of chugging if you're the lowest scorer. And the really painful part is Chumba didn't do his chug. And I think the fantasy gods heard that. And they said, okay, Mr. Chumba, just for that, before we subtract your 15 points, you're also going to be the lowest scorer, so you're going to owe a second chug. But you're also going to lower your score by the 15 for not doing the chug, and make one of the most embarrassing performances of the season so far, only scoring 140 points. Really tough to look at. Crazy seeing that number. But Chumba owes another chug. This week is our... Jesus. These taste delicious. I've had multiple of these today. Did not think that 2 of them would be this much of a challenge. But this is our interdivision week. I'm all over the place, guys. It's also 80 degrees in my apartment, so I'm a little grumpy. I just put the AC in. Thanks, John. No help from John whatsoever. Never helpful in his entire life. But our interdivision week. So we have hardworking taxpayers going head-to-head with unemployment experience. It's that time, fellas. If you've been a hard worker your whole life, it's time to get your payback. So, game of the week, we have 2 6-1 teams. It was only a matter of time before this happened. Myself versus Cameron. Back-to-back games of the week for myself. Putting the boys in the highlight reel. Not in the highlight reel. In the bright lights. 2 weeks in a row. Can they make that happen? I don't know. Really embarrassing show last week. But we'll see if they can come back this week. Redeem themselves We have questions about it for sure. That's a recap. I apologize for the lack of professionalism in this one. I've learned my lesson. Let's never eat lemon heads and record a video again. I don't even think that was funny. Genuinely. I just couldn't speak. So, that's on me. That's on me, fellas. I learned a lesson here tonight, and I think we all did. And that lesson is that John is not helpful. So that's a recap. We'll catch you fellas next week in the next one without the lemon heads.